And we're back. You tuned into Sports Federation TV. Now, many might not know that chess is an actual bona fide sport that you can play tournaments in provincially, nationally, and internationally. And joining me now from the world of Western Cape chess, we have Megan van Niekerk and Lauren van Niekerk. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Oh, so beautiful, and you're involved in this fantastic sport. How did you get involved in it?
My father introduced chess to us when I was about 6 years old, and she might have been like
8.
8. So ever since then we started playing chess until today.
Okay, so it was a family board game at home, and then you got involved in actual tournaments from the age of 6.
Yeah, more or less 6.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, and currently you are players, and what are some of the highlights of your career?
Well, Megan actually just came from a tournament now. I don't know if you want to...
Yes, in Mozambique we played the zonals 4.3, and over there I came first place in the ladies section, obtaining my Women International Master title conditionally. I have to first get a rating of 2000 to claim it, but that was one of my biggest highlights in my chess career.
Wow. How many years have you been involved in the sport?
Approximately like 15 years.
Wow, 15 years, that's quite a long time. What do you think has kept you in the game of chess, considering there are so many sports out there?
I have tried playing other sports at school, but nothing really captivated me. Chess was always there. I think it's because I started at such a young age, and my father's always there to motivate us and push us through different situations. So I think that's what's keeping me there. And the traveling also, and meeting new people through chess.
Yeah. And with you, Lauren, you've also accomplished some amazing things in your chess career. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I obtained my Women FIDE Master title in 2010. That was winning the African Juniors at that time. And I played for the Olympia team. I played the last Olympiad, which was in, I think, 2 years ago. And I played in the World Team events as well in 2011, and some other international tournaments as well, but I think those are my highlights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the sport structure. We know this is not a sport that requires, let's say like basketball or netball. It's not like so physical. You experience anxiety of a different sort. I know in Q Sport, for example, you sweat through your palms only. Is it the same for chess?
Well, you actually see sweat dripping from like people with no hair. You'll see the sweat dripping from their faces as well. And I think when it comes to the physical aspect, healthy body, healthy mind. So if you are active, it does benefit you as well. But it's more focused on the actual game. You're not playing against yourself, but you're actually learning strategies, learning from other people's games, looking over past events and stuff like that. So you're basically analyzing a lot of data.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Data analysis.
Yeah.
On a whole other level. Hey, because it's a game of strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you've mentioned, both of you have mentioned in your accolades women's titles, but is your competitions or tournaments unisex, or do you play in a specific category?
So different tournaments are structured differently. You would get tournaments that are specifically only female tournaments, or different categories. You could play in the open section, which is female and male. We do that quite often. But it's more difficult to like get, so I'm a WFM, she's a WIM elect, but like a IM would be the next step after maybe WIM. So females do have those titles. We do have like women grandmasters, not WGMs, but women that are actually grandmasters. So there are different categories, different rating categories, genders, and then yeah, there are different categories.
Now, Megan, as a woman in the sport, would you say there's a difference in the level of play between men and women?
I would say there is a difference. I think in the open section, that's where most of the males play, all the males play in. The competition is stronger. So if you want to improve your game, and if you really want to compete the women are very strong as well, but I think that the competition in the male section is a lot tougher than the ladies.
What would you attribute that to, though? Because, you know, seemingly we would say this is a game of intellect and skill and reasoning and those kind of things. What do you think gives the men a little bit more of an edge currently?
So I would think like internationally there are a lot of women competing with the men, but internationally as well there's a lot of support structures with chess. You can actually do chess as a career, so you can focus on chess like as a main. But I think in South Africa and a lot of like African countries even, women have different responsibilities. We have other things to do. So you'll see we'll peak at a certain age and you'll get to university, we'll still be playing, but after that, I mean, families are starting, careers are starting, and people usually start phasing out because there's not enough support behind our chess. But I think we had a WGM like a few years ago, and she moved to Canada and she's still doing really well.
Is that a world grandmaster?
She's a woman grandmaster.
Woman grandmaster, okay.
Yeah.
All right, no, excellent. Of course, those factors would play a huge role, especially with the stereotypical norms that are placed on women and their responsibilities and things like that. But the two of you have managed to do phenomenally well. Are you involved with any development projects for chess or any community projects?
So on Fridays we do coach the Brackenfell kids at the library in the Brackenfell area. That is totally free of charge, just community work. We do, if people want to get involved and stuff as well, they just usually contact us at tournaments and so forth, and we'd give them contact details of somebody else that maybe wants to play, and we just hook them up. So it's exciting to get people playing, even though it's not competitive. It's just to keep them, it's like, how do you say, it stimulates you mentally, and it's once you're in, it's like you don't want to give up. You find time for it. So.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Megan, are there any upcoming events that people can go watch to get a deeper understanding of how these tournaments work?
There is a Western Province Open that's coming up soon. I think it's this weekend coming. I speak under correction, but I think the Western Province Open is coming soon. And then the next international tournament is the African Individuals that takes place in Zambia. Whether or not the games will be online, I'm not sure, but they normally do have it online, so people can just check it out on the website.
And what is the buzz like about chess currently in the Western Cape and nationally?
I think it's definitely growing. It's like when we were much younger, there weren't like a lot of, especially females, there weren't so many females, but I'm surprised actually at how many females are actually playing now, and it's quite nice to see. It's a lot of juniors that are coming up and they staying in the sport. They're not phasing out. They do have maybe rugby or hockey or cricket on the side, some of them netball as well. But I think, like I say, it's mentally stimulating, and once you have that, it's something else. Physical it's fun to do in conjunction, but you can't just leave that mental thing alone. It's just like you've got to feed it.
Yeah, lovely. And you know, stereotypically, chess is a kind of a game that's associated with nerds and people who are not very social or introverted and stuff. But the reality is quite different,
Yeah,
It's quite different.
different. You'll find interesting characters at the chess tournament.
And characters from people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
Okay. What age would you recommend children to start getting involved with this sport?
I mean, as soon as possible. Like we're teaching children that don't even know what like a capital L is. So I mean, you can teach them from as young as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where can one get in touch with the federation or with you guys to get their kids involved, or even adults who want to be involved in the sport?
I know a good way to get in touch with anybody in the Western Cape with chess is Western Province Chess on Facebook. So you can just search them, and you'd ask them what you want, maybe which area you're in, and then they would just say what's happening wherever.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about your sport, and good luck in your upcoming events.
Thank you.
All right. After the break, we'll be back with kite surfing, so please stay tuned for that.